All right, guys, what is going on? This is episode 64 of the VF Cast. I am VF Baller, and before I get started, I want to thank you guys immensely. Thank you guys so much for the support that you guys been giving me on the last few episodes. Well, last few videos. When it comes to EA Sports PGA Tour game, I have been invited to take part into giving feedback and insight on the upcoming game. So I was giving my thoughts and opinions and what to look for in the upcoming game. And this episode is basically going to talk about the expectations of that game. That game releases in March, and hopefully you guys will check it out. So I'm going to talk about the expectations I feel about that game. Also, if this is your first time here, if this is your first few times here, you've been watching me on about the golf stuff, I want to talk about DK Oldies as well, because this, I talk about other things outside of golf, and I basically talk about everything from gaming, current and old, but DK Oldies is under some scrutiny right now and some controversy. I want to talk about that as well. So before I get into the expectations, I'm gonna give you some history about how I feel about golf games and what I've been doing, all my life as far as playing golf video games. So not going through a whole spill, try to keep it as quick as possible before I get to the expectations. I've basically been playing golf games ever since the Super Nintendo. I mean, I remember Hal's Hole-in-One Golf. I remember playing that a lot. I remember the code Metal Play. You put Metal Play in as a game, you get better golf clubs. I've been playing that game a lot back in the day. So I've been on golf games a long time, all the way up from, even around the PS2, PS1 days when they had PGA Tour from EA Sports back then. I remember PGA Tour 96, 98. Even when they flipped over and started doing Tiger Woods, I was playing that. Mario Golf. Everything under that. When you go to the N64, Mario Golf was a game that I played a lot of. Wale, I think I said that wrong. Wale's Country Club, I played that on the N64 as well. It's a lot of games that I've been playing golf, but one game that stood out to me, and if you've been watching this channel before, I'm a big original Xbox collector. If you see right over this box right here, and excuse the mess because I'm in the process of moving, so it looks crazy right now. If you look over, there's a bunch of original Xbox games. And I was a big fan of Link's 2004 for the original Xbox. I played that game a lot. And that was the game that really, I was playing golf games, but that's the game that really took it to another level for me. So I played a lot of that. And then I played Pro Stroke Golf, another game that's very unique that I've played in a while. So I played that. And another game, I played a little bit of Tiger Woods. But when Tiger Woods 14 came out, that was a game when I started really bogging down with it. So it was like Link's 2004, played a good bit of that. But when Tiger Woods came out with the Tiger Woods 14, when they had the Masters and they had all the other majors on it, that was a game that I really stuck into. So on the PS3, I played a lot of that. And I still play it to this day. So I was really fortunate to get an invite to be a part of the design council of EA Sports PGA Tour. And I've been giving some feedback, and I've been really giving them some 2 cents on things. And as far as the expectations of this game, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I think this game is going to be phenomenal. Now I can't get into many expectations. I can't get into specifics of what I've seen and what I didn't see, but just based on what EA is putting out as far as this golf game, I think this is going to be a phenomenal game, and my expectations is to be probably one of the best simulation sports titles that's been put out in a very long time. Now, I know we still talk about how 2K basketball is like the epitome of, sports, simulation, and then you turn around, you got MLB The Show. You also have, NHL is up there as well. But with this game, I expect this game to be up there with those as far as capturing the immersive feeling, capturing the, just the essence of golf. If you've seen the trailer, you saw the visuals, you saw what they're striving for, the ball bouncing and the ball mechanics and the swings and the draws and the fades. And we talked about on my channel on the videos, the types of shots you can take, the places where you can play. I mean, they're talking about now, I think you have over 24 of places that you can play that are authentic golf courses that you could play on this game. So my expectations is for this to be a very high level a very high level simulation golf game. I don't expect this game to be anything less. I feel, and I want this game to be one of those games that you guys talk about along with those MLB The Shows or the 2K basketballs or what other simulations. I mean, you can even go into the racing games. How close to Gran Turismo and Forza does with simulation racing or semi-simulation racing, however you want to categorize those racing games. This game, I feel like this sports title, sports title, but this golf title is going to be phenomenal. That's just my expectations and what I feel about what I know now, And one thing I will say, these guys that are creating this game are very, very particular about what they're putting into this game and how well done it is. They're very meticulous about what they're putting into this game. And it just, you can tell that there's some passion there. And I love that. You always want a game that people put together, that they know what they want. They put it together how they want. And they really try to mimic what it's trying to replicate. And I think, from what I've seen so far, I feel like EA Sports PGA Tour is going to capture that. And I just think it's just a phenomenal thing. So if you're interested in this game, there's going to be more information that I'll be able to put out to you guys when it comes to the golf title. But as of right now, if you're interested in it, I really think that you would be overtly satisfied with this game. And I'm not saying this because I'm a homer or whatever. I just been playing golf games since the Super Nintendo days. And when you draw everything up between now and then, or then and now, I feel like this game is just going to be up there with the other golf titles that have been put out. I wasn't too hot on Roy McIlroy. I wasn't hot on that game, but it looks like they're stepping back and going to the old roots of the Tiger Woods 14 game. I mean, that game was that. I mean, to me, I think that was a phenomenal golf game, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. I just can't wait. So those are my expectations. I expect this game to be a top level simulation game, and I feel as of right now, and things can change between now and March, but right now I 100% believe that if you love golf, I believe that this may be the game for you, and there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt. So that's pretty much it for that. On side, I'm going to talk about DK Oldies. I will have the other shot type down, the short game shot type video up later on this week. So hopefully you guys will check that out as well. Once again, I really appreciate you guys for the support on the last few videos pertaining to the EA Sports PGA Tour game. I'm excited about it, and I see a lot of people are as well. So that's great. So now let's talk about DK Oldies. Now, neither one of these two are linked together. This is not necessarily, anything merging the two as far as the EA Sports game and DK Oldies. If you know anything about my channel, I talk about a lot of game stuff from the current, to old stuff. I have a passion for retro games. If you've been watching, other stuff on my channel, you would know. DK Oldies is in a lot of hot water. What has been in hot water lately with the retro community due to some favorable practices. I know there's a video circling around. Shout out to Votar, retro gaming, guy that's in the community that does work on older consoles, soldering and modifications. He's been talking about these guys like crazy to the point where he got blocked by DK Oldies. And it's a little bit of drama there, but I feel what I feel what Votar is doing is a very good service. DK Oldies has been accused of and been on tape of, demolishing good products, not cleaning and refurbishing products properly, and also selling them at a premium price is not even the word to use. I don't even think it's a premium price that they're using. It's really crazy what type of price they're putting out there. But some of the prices of some of their games or consoles are, in my opinion, they're way too high. They're really high. But I will say, even with all this stuff DK Oldies is doing, I'm going to let you guys know what they can do to fix this. And it's very simple. First and foremost, I don't think their prices are going to change. I don't think they are. But, they could if they, people don't buy from them, or, if the market, if they feel like they want to go along with the market to correct themselves so there'll be their prices will be close to what the market a lot of this stuff actually is. Because you're talking about almost $250 for a PlayStation 2. I mean, I bought this Switch right here, for $199, and I bought a used Switch for $150. A PlayStation 2 should have no business be costing over $200. To be honest with you, you could probably find a decent PS2 at other areas outside of DK Oldies for about $80. And that's pushing it for $80. So with that being said, some of the prices are extremely, outrageous, but I'm going to tell you what they can do. Honestly, if they're going to sit there and say this stuff is going to be refurbished, they need to refurbish the console, clean it, make it look really good. You got other people out here making videos on how bad some of the stuff is being put out, and it's not worth the price. Some people are saying they're being scammed. Some people are saying that they're being, I ain't gonna say taking advantage of, but they're just getting, just basically getting scammed. I think Review Tech USA did a video. And then once he did a video, you got other people doing videos, and then everybody's dogpiling. You have some pros and cons of, the positives of DKO is what some people's experiences were, and vice versa. But the people like to jump on the negativity. Now, I talked about a lot of the negative stuff that they've done. What they need to do, before I get out of here, I'm going to tell you what they need to do. They need to make these games that they're selling, have them in pristine shape, put them in tip-top shape. If you want to sell an N64 for $150, that N64 better look brand new. It better be cleaned completely. It better be put together very well. It better not have any cracks, holes, or problems with the console and or the controllers that you're trying to sell it. I don't have a problem with pricing of certain items, because I'm going to tell you something. If I really want something, I'm going to put the money together to get it. Now, does that mean that these consoles are worth that? No, I don't think they are. I don't think that. But if they're going to put the price of these consoles and games that high, they need to make it look like a premium item. I mean, if you're going to refurb, that thing needs to be shining. It needs to be looking, and it needs to be shining. It needs to be clean. It needs to look brand new. All of it does. And on top of that, you need, on the website, I watched the web, they need to start putting pictures of the actual product that they're trying to sell for a high price. If you're going to sell me, a $300 GameCube or a $215 Xbox, original Xbox that is, you need to make that thing look like it just came out of KB Toy Stores in 2001. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, as far as the pricing, but the pricing is going to have to reflect what you're trying to sell. This picture of him right now with this Mario 3, I don't go through their website. I never bought anything from them, but I do buy a lot of stuff. I mean, you look at these bins back here, full of retro games. I got another bookshelf on the other side of this CRT television, retro games, PS2 games right behind me. On top of the PS2, there was a Japanese Saturn games. I got minis. I got all the consoles, some consoles over here. I buy this stuff. Look, I just bought this. And I do pickup videos. I haven't done one in a while. I just bought this Capcom Fighting Evolution. I buy these games. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole stack right here. I got so much crap up here. Panzer Dragoon, So I buy this stuff. Don't get it twisted. But the thing is like, I wouldn't mind buying nothing from them if it was like worth it. But based on the videos I've seen, I'm going to be hesitant. But if they want to do anything about it, they need to get their stuff together. Refurbish your stuff like it's supposed to be. You need to make this stuff look like it's worth the price. I don't like to buy stuff online. I just don't. I don't like going to eBay. I don't like going to Amazon. I like to go to the retro stores and buy these games out of the retro store. Because first and foremost, it's a much better experience. You get to know the people who run the store. You get a better rapport with them. And in some cases, you get better deals because you're a continuous customer. Everywhere I go in my area where I live, the people that run these stores, there's like 4 or 5 retro game stores here. And I'm thankful that I have them because not too many people do have it like that. But the places I go, these people know me and they're already looking like, is there anything you want? This other store may have it. And I always get it at a decent price. when you bring your company, when you bring your clientele to them, you always get looked out for. And that's one of the unwritten things, or not so many, it's one of the things that not too many people talk about when it comes to the retro gaming market. If you're able to go to a retro game store in your area and you constantly, be a repeating customer, you can get a lot of good stuff for a really good deal. DK Oldies is a website, so therefore it's going to be a lot going on with that. But I understand if stuff is worth something, being able to turn around, but you're going to double the price of that. I understand you got to do shipping, you got to do all this other stuff to send it out, but some of that stuff doesn't warrant some of those prices, DK Oldies. And I don't have nothing against you. I'm just saying, if you want to make this work, which in some cases they probably are making it work. I mean, because they're in business, they've been in business for a long time. But I feel as a consumer, if you're going to sell anything at any price, just make it look like that. If you're going to sell, let's say that Mario 3, if the label's not right and it's kind of beat up and old and dirty, you sell it for $7. I think it's worth $7. But with the way this looks, this Mario 3, I can honestly say, if you sell that for $30, that's fine. Now, I don't know how much it is on your website, but that looks like, at best, maybe a $30 game, because it looks like it's in pretty good shape. If everything that you have, you make sure it's in good shape and you want to sell it at a premium price, have at it, because I feel that these games are worth it if you're in the retro market. The price is based on whatever you're willing to pay for. If you feel like a N64 with 2 controllers that's supposed to be refurbished and in very clean shape, if it's worth $200 to you, that's on you. I don't think it's worth $200, but if they're going to sell it for $200, they need to make sure it looks like it just came out in '96. I don't think that's a hard ask. Actually, I think that's fair. But you just can't do a $200 game or a $200 console and then you sell it saying it is what it is, and you turn around and it's not refurbished and it's not this, that, and the third. That's the problem. You need to clean your items as if they were brand new if you're going to sell them at a premium price. Now, I'm going in circles and I can't say much more about it, but that's what I believe. I don't care whatever company decide to sell their prices at whatever. It's up to you if you want to buy it or not. Now, for me, I'm not buying nothing from these people. I'm not. But I'm giving them just straight advice. Just make your stuff look beautiful if you're going to sell it at a high price like that. I don't have anything else to say about it. Hopefully they get their act together. Maybe they need to start trying to apologize to some of these people that they quote unquote say that they felt like they were scammed. They may need to go ahead and try to fix that right. Fix that wrong. Because, it's just not right to be selling dirty products for a high price. Some PS2 shouldn't look that way. But anyway, if you like this episode, thank you. Hit the like button, share this VFcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys once again for being here and watching the content I have about the PGA Tour. I will be having the short game, the short game type shots up later on this week. And I'm going to still be doing my other stuff when it comes to being a voice of a gamer. When it comes to talking about this type of stuff that they're doing at DK Oldies, whether it be all this other stuff that's going on. I love gaming. I do. Hopefully I have everything set up once we, or get everything shipped out of here. So when we move, I'll be able to get into a better space and have a better game room for you guys to see. Because you guys seen what this room used to look like. You look at the other episodes, it was immaculate. My CRT televisions, my 4K stuff over here, it was great. But we're in the process of moving, so it may be it may be a while because before you see how well I want this set up. So enough of me talking. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for all the support. You guys take it easy. You guys be blessed. Peace.